Hello, my name's Joyce Harper and I'm the mother of 3 boys and they watch a fair amount of YouTube. So I thought it'd be useful to make a parent's guide to YouTubers and vloggers. What I want to do is demystify what a YouTuber is, what sort of videos they make, how they make money and what safeguards we can put in as parents. YouTube only started in 2005, so it's only 10 years old, but there are millions of videos on there and people put videos on all the time, such as I'm doing now. It's really easy to do, it just takes a few minutes. You've probably looked at videos yourself on YouTube. There are so many useful things on there, such as how to build things and how to read through catalogues and how to use cameras and all sorts of things. There's an amazing, vast amount of information on YouTube. But our kids are watching YouTube by a new career that's in town. It's called a YouTuber or a vlogger. And I know some parents won't let their children watch YouTube, but really it's rapidly becoming the new TV. There's many children now who don't watch TV, instead they watch YouTube. And just as we watch a series on TV and then go and chat to our friends about what happened in a different program, such as Homelands or whatever, the kids meet up with their friends and they talk about what YouTube video they watched and about what a new YouTuber did or an old YouTuber or whatever. So I didn't know really much about what my kids were watching. They only watched it in my presence, so I wasn't really paying much attention. Then in February half term in 2015, we were in a restaurant in Brighton and my son said to me, "Oh, that's a famous YouTuber. You're sitting next to a famous YouTuber." I had no idea. They told me that there was this job called a YouTuber and they made lots of money, but I didn't really believe that that was the case. Anyway, my son did a selfie, which is the new sort of autograph that kids do. They have a selfie with a famous person. And when he sat back down, I said to the guy, "Do you get people recognise you very often?" And I thought he was going to say no. And he said, "Yes, all the time," and looked at me like I was really stupid. Anyway, when he left the restaurant, my son told me that his name was Alfie Deyes. So we sat there Googling him and I found like, wow, okay, this guy is really famous. He's famous in his own right. I'll come back to him in a minute. He's got millions of followers, but also he's famous for having a famous girlfriend called Zoella. And many of you, if you've heard of any YouTuber, you've heard of Zoella. And she's written one of the fastest selling books. And that night when we got home from Brighton, she was on Comic Relief Great British Bake Off. And she'd just also been in the news because she's bought a £1 million house in Brighton and she has 8 million subscribers. And her brother Joe Suggs has just been in the new SpongeBob movie. So having experienced this and realising that really what my children were saying about these YouTubers was true, they do make a lot of money, I wanted to do some research into it and hence here's this video. So there's 2 important things about YouTubers. It's how many subscribers they have, but also how many views. They could have lots of subscribers, but they don't make many videos, so they don't have many views of their videos. There are some of them that have literally tens of millions of subscribers, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, and also billions of views of their videos. Don't forget, this is totally global. The more views and subscribers they have, the more money they make. So what do they do? Well, a lot of them, as you're probably aware, they just play games. They play Minecraft, they play FIFA, but they also play 18 games, such as Grand Theft Auto, etc. You may think that's a bit weird, kids watching other people play video games, but video games almost are a new sort of sport. So as we watch people play football or tennis on the TV, so the kids are watching their YouTubers play FIFA and Minecraft, but they also make it very entertaining when they do it. They're not just sitting there doing a boring game, they're talking and they're laughing and making jokes and making it very entertaining. There are several who simply video themselves doing sort of everyday things. Some of them write reviews about things, and there's a couple of very popular YouTubers who literally just open games and assemble them. Some really make funny things and make comedies about things, and lots of them do parodies and things like that. Some of them sing. So there's a whole variety of different things that they do. They're not just playing Minecraft and FIFA. Now Alfie Deyes, back to Alfie Deyes, he's got a few channels, but his are mainly called Pointless Blogs. And so basically he makes lots of videos that are, you could consider Pointless Blogs, is a good title. He videos his daily life, getting up, walking the dog, feeding the dog, making breakfast, and he does a lot of these with his girlfriend, with Zoella. Zoella is famous for makeup and she does also interviews with people. So the 2 of them do a lot of videos together and with their friends, and they just talk about things. They might review, one I heard was they reviewed chocolate bars and tried them all and thought which ones they like. The biggest YouTuber is a Swedish YouTuber called PewDiePie, and he has over 7 billion views of his videos and 34 million subscribers. That is bigger than most countries. So he really is a megastar. He's very famous for playing games. Now, this is the one you do not want your children to watch. He swears a lot and he plays a lot of 18 games. So really this is not one for kids. But obviously there are a lot of people watching him. So as I said about Zoella and Alfie getting other people on their videos and chatting and laughing and that sort of thing, many collaborate, and it really, as well as making it more interesting, it's great for marketing, because if people watch, for example, Alfie Deyes and he has Joe Suggs on his video, then people who are Alfie subscribers may then subscribe with Joe Suggs. So it really bounces off each other in a very positive way. Now, recently we went to the Insomnia Gaming Festival. That sounds really boring, but I met lots of YouTubers there, so I learnt a lot, which has helped me with this video. There's a collaboration now between a whole load of YouTubers that are famous for mainly for playing FIFA. They're called the Sidemen, and almost every person in this gaming festival by the end of the day was wearing a Sidemen t-shirt. It was just phenomenal. And we went and watched the Sidemen's question and answer session, and it was just amazing. It was like a band coming on, a really big band. We were standing around the stage and it got really, really thick with people watching. Then the bouncers came out and said, everyone move back, everyone move back. They're not coming out, everyone move back. Then they came on the stage and everyone went absolutely crazy. Now this photo is a little bit dark, but I hope you can see this. This is the Sidemen on stage. And you can see there are literally thousands of people there watching them. So one of the most famous Sidemen is a guy called KSI, and he's been quite controversial. He said some degrading things about women, unfortunately. He's 21 years old, so he's just a kid really. So obviously he's learning. But he's a millionaire. He's posted over 800 videos, got over 9 million followers, and he's very famous because he got given a Lamborghini by Lamborghini. And he's sponsored by many brands, and Wikipedia call him a video game commentator, a comedian and a rapper. So really, as I've said, these YouTubers are like pop stars. They are celebrities, mega stars. They're appearing on regular TV shows and in films. And you may think that it's really easy to just sit and make a video like this. Well, I can tell you I'm doing it, and it's not. And for them, it really is a full-time job. Their fan base, their subscribers are absolutely key. If they don't have people watching their videos, just as if a pop star didn't have people buying their records, they're not going to make any money. So they do a huge amount of work. On YouTube, people put comments and they answer the comments, and people email them and talk to them, and they spend a lot of time communicating with them and trying to build up that fan base. It's easy to make a YouTube video and put it online, as I said, but it's hard to go from no views to thousands of views, and it's hard to make money from those views. So it's not an easy thing. There's a certain skill set in knowing what videos to make, how to make them, how to get subscribers, how to market yourself, and how to keep it going. So let's go on to about how they make money. Well, it's called monetization of YouTube, and it's really obviously a big business. It's mainly advertising and sponsorship. Some YouTubers become a YouTube partner. So here YouTube controls the ads, and YouTube takes a 45% cut of that. So it's not the most lucrative way of making money. So now many YouTubers are finding their own partners and negotiating with them directly about advertising, and they can make much more money. Now the ads, I'm sure you've all seen these ads. They're all over the place. They're on Facebook, YouTube, all the social media, and they're called Google ads. And on YouTube, there's several types. I'm sure you're aware there's these pre-roll ads that go on before the video shows, and we always used to be able to skip them, the skippable ads, but now there are non-skippable ads, so you have to watch the ad if you're going to watch the video. And also YouTube have started inserting adverts in some of the videos. So how do they get money from this? Well, the YouTubers get paid for per 1,000 views of their video, and it's called CPM, cost per thousand, and it's not on every view. It's only the videos that they've monetized. So there has to be an advert attached to that video, and YouTubers normally don't put don't put an advert on every single one of their videos because it just gets really boring. So the CPM varies for each YouTuber depending on their subscribers, how often they post, what sort of things they do, the time of year. So it's impossible to work out what the CPM is for any particular YouTuber. But a rough rule is about 2 million views a month equates to about $5,000. But remember, the partners will take some of this cut. But the ads are only part of it. I told you about KSI getting a Lamborghini, and these YouTubers make lots of money from sponsorship, selling merchandise, product placement, personal appearances, and something called affiliate marketing, which is where they add web links, links to web shops on their YouTube videos, and they can also be linked to a multi-channel network. So, what about safety? Just to finish off, safety about what our kids are watching. It is impossible to make a certificate rating for all the videos that go on YouTube. It's really absolutely impossible. They go on every minute, thousands of them. So even if one person just sit there every day watching every video that went on, it just wouldn't be possible. When you certificate a film, it's a board of certification. It's not just one person's view on what certificate that could get. So there is a huge amount of swearing, inappropriate language, sex and violence on YouTube. And for example, if a YouTuber is playing an 18 certificate game, then obviously it's not going to be suitable for a child to watch. But there's no 18 certificate applied to that particular YouTube. Now, a few YouTubes have been tagged as inappropriate for kids, but it's very random. So it's certainly not all of them. As I said, it's impossible to regulate, but maybe if there's been complaints about something, or if someone has reported something, then they can be flagged up as not appropriate. So you can set up filters on whatever devices you're using and parental controls, but as there's no certificate on these videos, it's not really going to be very effective. There is on YouTube a safety mode which can be activated, but if you activate that, within a few clicks your child can deactivate it. And we tried it recently. My son played a video that he knew had a lot of swearing in it, and the safety mode didn't do anything. It still played the video. So that's really not that useful either. Now, if the kids are watching a YouTube video on their Google account, so my 12-year-old has a Google account and he was watching and subscribes to videos and YouTubers like that. And on that Google account, he's 12 years old. So he's told me that on some YouTube videos, he gets a flag saying it's inappropriate for him to watch because he's 12 years old. So that seems a good way to do it. But I've researched this online and I can't find any other really useful information. So, YouTubers are influencing our kids, and we should be aware of what they are saying and how these YouTubers behave. We need to also educate the kids to try and be sensible. It's hard to do this for them and for them to self-monitor what they're watching. But if they're doing this in a room where we're present and we can hear what they're listening to, that will certainly help. YouTube is rapidly replacing TV for the younger generation, and it's not going to go away. As well as the vlogs, children might watch documentaries and movies, and there's even some series now going straight onto YouTube. So please, can you check what your kids are watching, set up safety filters, they do help a bit, and a Google account, and ensure that they're watching things that you personally are comfortable with. Now, the digital era is here to stay, and as parents, we really need to keep abreast of what's going on. The children now are using the digital technology for learning, for communicating and for entertaining themselves. So if you want to know more about other social media such as Instagram and Facebook and those sorts of things, let me know. You can contact me on email. My email's joyce.harper@ucl.ac.uk and I'll make a vlog about it. You can also write comments under this video and I'd love to hear them and see if I can answer them. So I hope that that's been useful, and thank you very much.